to sit in front of that because it's a light, actually. I'm not shutting my blinds, but I'm in our new space we have created, or redecorated sort of thing. I know I'm speaking to nobody at the minute, but that's fine, which I just did a small video. I'm just trying to get that light in the houses because it's reflecting of the space that we've done. I was showing it before. I could sit over there, so that's behind me, but I don't want to move at the minute because I'm nice and warm on this chaise lounge, if that's what you call it. So I'll see if anyone comes in a minute because my fella's just nipped out, so I just said I'm going to pull a few cards and see what gets said. And I know the lighting's not brilliant in here, and I could switch the light on, but I can't be bothered. Hi, Rainbow Wizard. I think I'll put the lights on here. They'll all be wondering what I'm doing right over there because there's always a guy who I think is in the window just there. Always looking. But anyway, I'll just give you a quick look. I did just do a video of me and my fella just sat chilling, but I will show you again. Pull my pyjamas down. Yes. See if we can see. So just a quick, we have tidied up in this room, and the other room is, probably can't see, and it is tidier. It's just one room at the back now. That's still a mess, but we've got, I'm sat on the chaise lounge down there. We've had to cover the dryer in the corner, but yeah, it's nice. We've got it quite nice. I've just got to put that bed away because that's my Reiki bed anyway. And then obviously we've got the pictures, and we've got Rainbow Wizard's Yakutar family picture there amongst all our artwork. We're deciding to put our artwork all over our house because it shows our personality and, you know, our vibe. So I think we're just going to do it on quite a few walls and have it quirky and unique. I might leave the light on a minute while I'm just chatting, or shall I sit in the dark? I might actually just switch the light off because it's quite chilling. So switch it off. Hopefully you can see the cards that I've pulled out, but it doesn't matter because I'll tell you what they are anyway. Hi Dobsy, so I'm going to get warm again on the chaise lounge, if that's what you call it. I don't know what you call it. Trying to get the glare out of my head because it's a light on the back of the houses. I could shut the blinds, but I can't be bothered, so I'll sort of do it like that. So I just wanted to come on for a little chat. One thing, a girl from work that's coming to me at weekend for Reiki, I came in today at work and she's so excited about coming because she said I helped her with her back the other week and something else, and she really can't wait to come and relax and receive some healing, and I can't wait to do it. So this room's done now for it because it's our / Reiki healing room and chill out vibe room where we don't have a TV or anything in there. So I've just pulled the cards, and it's collective reading anyway, and we were getting the Five of Pentacles, the lovely pentacle, which we're all made out of earth, air, fire and water, and the circle is ether, spirit. So there is a lady sat on the floor. I read these intuitively, and Pentacles is an earthly card, Pentacles, and it can also to be do with finances or anything like that. But she sat on the floor looking a bit like, oh, I'm feeling, I don't know, hard done by, maybe things aren't happening that I wanted to maybe bring in. But what she's not realising, which is like a lot of people, is, I don't know if you can see, but there's a key in the corner and this door. There's a key. She holds the key. It's your choice to get up and do something. If you want to bring something in, you've got to put them actions here on earth, here in the material, because you could say the Pentacles is a lot to do with earthly here in the material. You hold the key to your destiny, so it's up to you to go out there and do it, or bring in what you want to bring in, or change your ways from one way to another. It's up to you, which is funny because when the cards, it's a 3-card spread. We've got the 4 of Swords, which is rest when you need to. There's lots of stuff going on right now, as we all keep saying, you know, every month. And I have said before, you know, it's autumn time, we go with the seasons, and it is time to rest and nurture yourself. Really nurture yourself over these times, because you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff that's going to trigger people still. It's going to annoy people, it's going to upset people. You need to be nurturing yourself and knowing when to rest, when you need to. You know, your heart knows. Follow your heart. And with those cards, with the, you know, you've got the key to your destiny. We've got one of the major arcana in, which is the 7, my number, the 7, the Chariot, the duality, the black and white, the you could say the universe can conspire to help you, but you are driving this chariot along with the universal energies, let's say, where it's all coming in here. But you're helping drive that as well. You're taking control of your reins, if you get what I'm saying, in your life, to take charge of it. You're not just leaving it up to that. You're driving it as well, because I would say, as I always say, when you're connecting to your higher self, hi Mark, when you're, what's the word? When we talk about when you're focusing on, you know, law of attraction, whatever you want to say it is, what you focus on is what you bring in. You take the reins of that when you're thinking, acting, being positive. You will bring all them positive things into your life, which I said before. If you want to be negative and think about them things and always be in trauma and always be in the blame and shame game, which I'm always talking about, you will bring more of that, and that's not really taking control of your destiny. So to bring in, to take control, you have to put action behind these things. But it's all about, hi Kurt, you have to be thinking these things, you know, to bring it all in. If you want positive changes in your life, you need to speak positive, be positive, and act positive. So who have we got in? Big Rainbow Wizard, Dobsy, Mark, and Kurt, and anyone who may be listening in the background, whoever you are. It's up to you to take control. Don't let other people take control, or other things take control. You know, I believe your life's path is not just the universe. You know, the universe helps you when you ask for it, but if you can be with that and go with it, you can help it as well. Just going to pull another one, and then I saw Joanne today. Joanne off is it, oh god, I can never think, Joanne Dunn. And she had this the Shadow and Light deck, which I've had for quite a few years, and I'm assuming hers is probably an older one as well. And I thought, because it is so Shadow and Light, what's going on at the minute, let's pull a card out of my Shadow and Light. And now we've got 7 people in chat and 7 thumbs up. Red Castle, Green Castle, folks. Edinburgh. That's all I'm saying. Community page. Go and have a look. So, let's see if we've got another message from the spirits. But a lot of people are manifesting things in their lives right now because they're taking control of, you know, where their mindsets are at, which I've always said. And the Knight of Swords is there. It's to do with thought, and that's what I'm saying about focusing on. This is quite focusing. This guy's running off. I know you can't see it in this light because it's not really showing you the colours. He's got red shoes on. Red stands for action. He's going after. He's chasing what he wants. He's chasing it. He's not looking back. He's chasing it. He's going forward. He's not going backwards. He's going forward. So that just sums up these cards. It's about action, of doing, saying, speaking, the way you want to be, what you want to have. Thoughts manifest, basically. Thoughts manifest. So be careful. Yeah, it's this deck. Because I just said, why my fella's out picking his friend up from some, I think, radio station thing they've been doing with music. Thought I'd just come and do this quickly. So, Shadows and Light. I think this was one of my second oracles, because I've got a lot of decks and I've had some for quite a few years, and I really love this one because it's all little fairies, different sort of fairies. Seeing as it's called the Shadow and Light, which we all are, we all hold shadow and we all hold light, but it's up to you which side you want to be in or dwell in, you know, demon or angel, you know. If you want to dwell about everything, you'll just end up in hell, because that's what it'll feel like to some people. Anyway, let's see what Spirit has to say for us tonight. Hi, Sky. Hi, Linda. Good evening, mermaid and seamen. Or is it just me in Denmark who feels this evening is still young? It is still young. It is still young. Oh, we've got one. Oh, yes. I love when this card comes out. Just leave her there. I'll leave her there. She just jumped out. Oh, there's another one. I'll have to bend down and get this one. They're jumping out all over the place. The second one. I'm not looking. Let me see. Sorry about the glare, but there's a big light behind my head because I'm in the conservatoire. And it's been very still today, very peaceful, very still. Like something's going on. Let's see. Oh, one more maybe. And there it just fell out. Oh. We have got, I love this one. We have got the witch at the end of the world. I'm sorry about the glare. And it says underneath, an important end, a new beginning. Well, funny enough, in my life, it was becoming an important end, but there is a new beginning with certain things that I've sort of been talking about what's going on in my life at the minute, and there is more to come. But it does seem like for a lot of us that there is ends coming, as we're going to be going through a new cycle soon anyway, because we're coming to the end of this year, but also with certain things that are going on in the world. But there are new beginnings. It seems very scary, very shit to some people, but it depends what eyes you're looking through it in, you know, certain ways of like why this stuff has to happen. But there is a new beginning, and there's going to be new beginnings for a lot of people and a lot of things coming in. So that's brilliant, because it's like she's got the egg timer sand timer thing, and I think, yeah, well, it's running out of time for those that have been in power, you know, if you know what I'm saying. Shit's going on going on with all that, and they're just throwing little bits about as usual, using what they've got left, let's say. And I think it's time running out for, you could say, a lot of things inwardly and outwardly at the minute, especially outwardly with certain things that at times going to be up with certain lies that are out there, certain illusions that are out there, and time for people to get on board with certain shit as well. Hi, Mark. And then we've got the Grumpy Red Fairy, and this says at the bottom, if I can see it myself because we're in the dark, it says be your true self. And it's funny, really, because I was listening to someone called Laura today who's got red hair, who's a witch, and she was pulling cards out, and she was talking about how, we've spoke about this before, your true self, you've got to love yourself for all the selves that you are. Your grumpy self, your mad self, your loving self, your funny self, your daft self, your this self, your that self, because you're not actually one self, you're many. And people, it's like she was saying, people want to like try and get rid of like that person they were, or that person, and it's like, no, you've got to love yourself for all the things you've been, or, you know, even if you're trying to change certain things, because it is still part of you. You're just learning, all every day to just become, I've said this before, become a better person. But that's still there. You do have your days where you're a bit grumpy or this, that and the other, and you've still got to love that side of yourself, because, you know, in this world, in the mundane, it can get pretty tiring sometimes down here on earth with all the shit that's going on. And it's more not always you, it's more other people's energy and shit that's going on that can affect you, you know, and certain things can knock you off a little bit when you're in your zen zone, because it's other people's things, and that's what we're learning not to get too connected to. And yeah, and I can't remember Big Rainbow was what we were talking about the other day when we said about the whole, we said we were going to say something about the whole, like, you know, I've said before, it's what you're doing while all this is going on. It's about your happiness and what you're doing while all this stuff's going on and being seen and heard, and you've still got to keep your shit together. But, and then the last one is the Carnivorous flower fairy, if you can see. And it says, oh, and I just want to ask you all something about the meditation in a minute, actually, that I did the other day, because I'll be doing some more. A tempting offer has a high price. Now, I'm feeling that as in a lot of people have had tempting offers, if you get my drift, with celebrities and certain people, and they've had this high price to pay. It's a very tempting offer, but they didn't realise there's a high price to pay with this stuff sometimes. And you know, things can look very tempting, but sometimes they're not always what you assume them to be. But I'm actually going to find the book for that bit, because what I believe is a lot of people who have been tempted, you know, higher up in certain celebritisms and things like that, are going to be talking out more about how that happened, 17 in chat, how that happened and how they got tempted, let's say. But not everything that glitters is gold, as we know. So, saying that, what number is it? It's 38. Let's have a look, because I'm not going to read them all out tonight. Just want to do a short one. 38. You know, sometimes there's people who, sometimes it could be you going into something, and sometimes people are enticing, oh, this would be good. And then sometimes you've got to realise that sometimes people are doing it because it's not always because they want the best for you. It's because sometimes they want the best for them. Anyway, here it is. Let's see if I can read it in the dark. Pay attention. When this card shows up in a reading, look carefully at someone or a situation around you. Her beauty tempts people in, but the purpose of the flowers is to devour, making it difficult to escape unharmed. You may have been told such situations are wonderful agents of change and growth, but the truth is that you do not need to learn this lesson again. The plants in the beautiful yet faintly, I think it says macabre, image represents someone or something that is attractive yet dangerous. There is a being who may feed off your energy or even eat you alive. Watch for people who consume more than they give. Yeah, there's people who do that. People who bully and swallow others. Yeah, you've got to watch out for that, because the card's sort of saying that there's a lot of people out there. You could have friends that you know that they take off a lot of people more than they give out. You know, you might be a giver, and you might have friends or people you know that are always taking off people. They never give back. They consume that way, if you know what I mean. They consume people's energy. Yeah, like people who bully and stuff like that. So you, others who argue you out of your beliefs, ignore you, or constantly seek your approval. Yeah, you have a lot of that going on. You have a lot of it on YouTube as well, seeking your approval. Constantly seek your approval and praise, and then grow hostile when you no longer give it. There's that as well. You're giving out, and then you might know people in your life, as soon as you don't, because you realise you're always giving, that's when they go hostile. If you are appeasing another instead of having an equal relationship, or if you are fearful of being consumed by an environment that is toxic yet seductive, it may be that the carnivorous fairy has come forth to show you clearly what you need to avoid. Because And it's quite true, because I was with someone like that quite a few years ago, but now I've learned, and I wouldn't go near that sort of energy again. With an ex, that was. So yeah. The Carnivorous Fairy Flower speaks. Am I not beautiful? Wouldn't you like to see a little closer? I am sure you will appreciate my beauty once you are able to see me properly. And no, of course I won't hurt you. I am not just, after all, a girl. I may look like an innocent girl holding a bouquet of flowers. Fella's back. And I am, but my nature is to devour as it's theirs. And so before you decide to step closer to me and to work with this energy, know that you may be meeting a dream eater, one who consumes, who delights in watching the predatory actions of others, who controls, criticizes and judges. I will eat what I can, and I will eat what comes near me. It is my nature. And although some of my promise you will, oh, I can't even read tonight. And although some may promise you, they will not. If it is their nature to do such things, it's inevitable that they will do so. Do not forget who they are, and do not try to make them what they are not, or change and save them with your love. They will eat you and delight in doing so. Because some of these people who are like that, they don't see themselves like that. Divination message. You may observe someone speaking cruelly about others, sending out toxic energy. I see that quite a bit. Seeming to feel extremely entitled to money, fame, life force, and attention, but unable to create their own. Treat themselves. Video. Hey, been a minute.
Sneak.
Treat themselves rather like royalty, and if others are servants, those purpose is to fulfill their wishes. They can be charming and cunning because they do want you to do something for them. What? Oh yeah, please. Thank you. You probably see a lot more of that now. And if you deny them this, they become very angry. Narcissistic. They see you as a source for them, a way of getting something. This is sad, but even sadder if you allow yourself to be their victim. This could indicate either a person or a workplace or a belief system. This is demanding, all-consuming, and almost cult-like in its practices and ethics. Whatever and whomever the carnivorous flower fairy represents, it is a dangerous alliance to contemplate. Do not get too close. Observe and learn, and if you must, do not become an experiment. They will bite you and they will try to take from you. It is their nature. And I have seen a lot of that. We receive a download to be protected. Hi, Deborah. I've seen a lot of that, and I've seen it on here as well. And yeah, you don't react to it. I've learned that. I've observed and learnt from it. That's the behaviour I don't want to be in, and I wouldn't do. That's what I've learnt personally through a few things that have gone on YouTube. With people who are in that sort of energy, and you just learn from it. But and I don't know if anyone else is having those experiences, but it's just to observe, like everything at the minute is to observe and not get too caught up in a massive big reaction. It's all about how you react. And I said to my sister the other day, funnily enough, I've learned over the few years is to be calmer about stuff, to observe and not get too caught up in stuff. Because I know if I was doing what I'm doing now, where I'm working now, I wouldn't be able to contain to not speak out about stuff. Now I'm a little bit calmer because it's not me to do all that, it's for other people to do it, and you're just the light. So yeah, I'm a lot calmer person today than I was a few years ago, but we all go through that. And I said to my sister, I'm glad as well, because certain things now I can go out in the world and I can hear people talk about stuff, and some things that I'm not into and I can be calm about it. Whereas a few years ago, I'd have been screaming my head off. So it's all good. So I'm going to go now. And hopefully I'll be on soon. We're still sorting the house out. So I don't know when you'll see me next, but I just thought I'd jump on my head a bit of time. I'm going to go and get a brew now and chill out in here before bed. So I will see you soon. Oh yeah, I will be doing some more meditations. I just want to know of anyone that was in the other day, we've got 17 in chat, who either did the meditation, it was only a little one, on the 11th, or who did it after. Did you all enjoy it? Because I know the feedback that I got off some of you said you did, and some were like really buzzing after, good energy. So you could let me know. Oh, before I go, sorry, I'm just asking about the meditation. I'm going. Thank you all. Oh, loved it. Sky liked it.
What, are you online now?
Yeah, I was just asking him. So yes, the meditation was good. I was buzzing. Magma. Tingling fingers. Well, I'll probably do another one in the week, and I will see you soon. Remember, we said the meditation the other night was the next level stuff for me. Thank you, and thank you to everyone else that participated, because that's what I think it was as well. Everybody. So I'm gonna go, and I'll see you soon. Bye. You saying bye?
Bye.
See you soon. Bye. Bye, Teresa. Always